Well, let's talk about a really simple model that's got huge consequences for any business. It's called the 5 buying decisions, and these are the decisions that customers are going through when they're thinking about your product or service, and in fact whether they want to buy from you. It's a really simple model. It's just a sideways triangle, which is really a funnel towards the sale. And so the sale is over here, getting the customer to buy your product or service. And if we divide that into 5 sections, we end up with 5 buying decisions that they have to walk through, and they need to walk through them in that order. And the surface area, the size of each section is how important each section actually is to the buyer in the process. So what are the 5 buying decisions? The first one, as the customer enters the buying process, they're in the market for a product or service. As they enter the buying process, they're really trying to make a decision about, do I like, trust, respect, and believe you, the person in front of me? If I don't like you, I can't trust you. If I don't trust you, I can't respect you. And if I can't respect you, I can't believe anything you say to me. If I don't get past that decision, this sale is going nowhere. Be likable, be trustworthy, be respectful to the customer, and be absolutely believable. Don't twist the truth. Don't stretch it. Don't exaggerate. If they get through that decision, they like you, they trust you, they respect you, and they believe you, they're moving on to the next decision. And then this is, do I like, trust, respect, and believe the company that you represent? All of us have probably met salespeople who we really liked, but we're just not too sure about the company. We're not sure about its practices. We've heard things about it. We're not too sure. We don't know if we can like, trust, respect, and believe the company. Unfortunately, sometimes people who are working for a company as a salesperson think that they can get away with forming rapport with the customer, but not actually really being in rapport with their own company. If I don't like, trust, respect, and believe your company, whilst I might really like you, this is not going any further. The third one is, do I think your product or service will work? First question. And then the second part of that is, will it work for me? So whilst it might work for others, will it work for me because I'm special? And if I don't think the product will work for me, will fit my purpose, will serve my need, will solve my problem, I might like you and I think the company's great, but this is not going any further. The third decision is value, and I specifically mean value and not price, although this is where the money and deal conversation occurs. At this level, the person says, I really like you and the company. I think the product can do the job. Now, does this represent value for money? And value has 2 parts. Firstly, is it within my budget? Can I even afford it? And if they can't, maybe they're not your customer. But the second part is, does it represent value for money in comparison to other similar products or services, but also in comparison to whatever else I could spend that money on? They're making their value decision about your product or service against every other priority that could consume their spend. And then the fourth decision, once they get through all of that, is when. When should I do this? There's a law called Parkinson's law, and it says that a decision or a task will swell in significance and complexity to fill the time made available. So if the customer's deadline is a week down the track, they'll take a week. If it's 3 months, they'll take 3 months. Our job in sales is to accelerate that process and let them see what the advantages are in buying now. And this gives rise to 3 common types of objection: price objection, product objection, and then what we call indifference. The price objection is an objection about value, and it's often expressed in that terms. I'm not sure if it's in my budget. I don't know if it's value for money. Product objection, I'm not sure how that works. Explain that to me again. But indifference objection comes up as, I think I need to speak to my partner. I need to think about it. I've got to go away. And they just don't want to talk to you about the fact that there's something not right here. So when salespeople say to me, our customers only ever buy on price, only ever buy on price, I know that's not true, because you only need one person to break that for it to no longer be a rule. And I don't buy on price. So you can't say customers only ever buy on price. My response when someone says the customer only ever buys on price is, well, how well are you selling? To get through the first 3 questions. 5 simple questions that, if you were to keep them in mind, really shape the way you think about the sales conversations that you're having. So if you'd like a copy of that model with the parts of the questions underneath that I've gone through in the video, just look at the link in the first comment below, and you'll be able to get access to the model.